morning, everyone. The University of Southern California acknowledges that this event is taking place throughout the unceded territory of California, home to nearly 200 tribal nations. USC is located on the traditional unceded territory of the Kizh and Tongva peoples. To begin this celebration, we first honor these ancestral grounds that we are collectively gathered upon and acknowledge the resilience and the strength that all Indigenous people have shown worldwide. Dean Steele, it gives me great pleasure to present the 2026 graduates of the University of Southern California.
Thank you, Associate Dean Murphy. Everybody, welcome. It's so great to have you here. It appears that there's a little bit of a battle of commencements going on all around campus, so our job will be to make as much noise as possible. I know graduates, you will do that. Everybody, please be seated. And let's begin by, for those of you from out of town, apologizing for the cloud cover, for not seeing sunshine in Los Angeles. I promise you this is one of those days where we can celebrate a bit of natural shading, a topic many of our students have worked on throughout their careers here. I'm Brett Steele. I'm the Dean of the USC School of Architecture, and it is my great, great honor to welcome you all here to our 2026 commencement ceremony. Thank you for joining us for this very, very special graduating class of 2026. And before we turn to all of you and celebrate everything you are and that you have done, I'd just like to take a moment and on this stage thank and acknowledge our unbelievably brilliant USC architecture faculty up here on the stage with me. Faculty, could you please stand? Amongst our faculty this year, I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge two very special members. USC Architecture Professor Emeritus Victor Rainier and Professor Chuck LaGreco. Chuck, Victor, have a stand up, please. Victor and Chuck are retiring after long and incredibly impactful careers here at USC Architecture. Victor finished his tour of duty last January, and last Friday, Chuck attended his last class here at the school. Both have led brilliant careers here for more than half a century. Our job will be to live up to you two forever. Thank you both. Thank you, guys. One other thank you here at the start before we get going to our incredible USC architecture staff who have worked so hard to make this morning, like every day this year, absolutely perfect. USC architecture staff, please stand up for a moment so we can celebrate you. Thank you, everybody. Everybody in this school are teachers in different way, and our staff most certainly are. To each and every one of you, our class of 2026, congratulations. They're like leading the cheer here. Let's first take a moment, all of us, to acknowledge the people who have shared your journey up here into this stage today. Your family, your friends, and your loved ones, your colleagues, your peers, fellow students on this campus, each of whom have challenged, encouraged, and supported you through every step of your journey that's led you here today. So, parents, family, friends of all our graduates today, please stand up so we can celebrate you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. First, of course, congratulations to each of you graduates for all the hard work and imagination you bring with you here as you step up in your robes to walk across the stage this morning. We all know a great school of architecture is defined absolutely not by what it says, but by what it does. By the projects, the models, the drawings, the animations, the papers, the research, the presentations of that to audiences that each of you have done so brilliantly over the last few years. All of the knowledge that that work has produced, the forms of practice that you have imagined and embodied, all of that is what's on display next door over in Watt Hall right now. It's all of that amazing work, all of your work, that lets me say with absolute certainty that we are a great school of architecture. Because we are you. We are your work. We are your ideas, your experiences, and your ambitions. That's the simple formula for what understanding a school of architecture really is. To gather the thinking and experience together and to share it with the world around. And that's what you will be doing from this moment going forward. For all of your work, all of your learning, everything you have done, thank you. We're better because of it, for sure. And that's the secret lesson of what we've been trying to teach in all of the courses and all of the curriculum and all of the projects in the time you've been here. Go forward with confidence and certainty that that is your purpose in life, to share that knowledge and not just produce it with the world around you. For over 100 years, the School of Architecture has graduated amazing, ambitious, creative people who have gone on to literally change the world around them. Literally change our world, this campus, this city, Southern California, and much, much beyond that. You are the latest of those graduates who will, I know, go on to reimagine and reinvigorate the lives of all who you will encounter. So please, please, never let up on that larger project that's only really just beginning today. The imagining, the building, the believing in bigger, better, brighter worlds, which just might be in 2026 the biggest design project of all today. Certainly the most urgent, but it's one I know you all are absolutely brilliantly prepared for already. So to all of you sitting there together, here on this lawn, on this one last morning, you all get to call yourselves students, one last morning. On behalf of everyone at the School of Architecture, this grateful school, thank you, congratulations, and best wishes to each and every one of you, this incredible class of 2026. Now we can turn to the stars of the show. Each year, the graduating students elect their classmates to represent them at commencement. This year, the undergraduate students selected Noelle Osborne for this honor. Please join us. Welcome, Noelle. Thank you.
Good morning, class of 2026, family, friends, and faculty. What a day this will be. First and foremost, to the graduating class of 2026, congratulations, and thank you for this honor to be speaking on behalf of the undergraduate class today. When thinking about today, one thing that will always remain true is that this class has seen different iterations of itself throughout the last few years. Every day was a test, and with each day came a result based on the choices that we made. Over the years, we have crossed different thresholds of ourselves. From not knowing what we were getting into as we stepped into architecture school a year after COVID determined our reality, for some arriving midway as transfer students, to being thrown into learning Rhino and CAD as if it was 1+1, to going on study abroad and travel fellowships, unlocking different parts of the world that we may have never experienced otherwise. As lifelong learners, Each iteration of ourselves has unlocked new possibilities, showing us we are capable of so much more than we ever expected. Some might even say it was all practice so we would be ready for what comes next. But the truth is, it didn't always feel like progress or go as planned. Just think about it like this. While our business friends may have had a test or a homework assignment on how to run some numbers, we were told to design a building, an alleyway, 9 one-foot cubes in the same amount of time. Quite literally, building due at 2. Yet, we are still here. We hand-built and designed those 9 cubes in 3 days. We figured out how to make massive chunk models bigger than ourselves, and we designed award-winning projects. It may have been incredibly hard at first, and it will still be hard in the future, but we did it, and we still can just do it. So, as we step into this next threshold of our lives, remember, it's okay to not know what's next. It's okay to not have all the answers. We sure didn't have them in our first review, and we might not have had them a couple days ago at Expo. But what we do have is a carefully constructed toolkit full of curiosity, caffeine-fueled confidence, and determination to be a version of ourselves that we are proud of. Lightning McQueen was once asked, "How did you know that you could do that?" And he replied, "I just never thought I couldn't." Know that you can always do it. Believe that you can walk into a room we have never seen before and still belong. Believe we can take on something we have never done before and still figure it out. You can do it. There's no question of what you are capable of. You just have to believe it can get done. And if we can survive on 6 to 7 hours of sleep a week, I think we can do even more amazing things with normal sleep schedules. To my mom especially, guess what? You're off the hook for walking home with me on FaceTime when it's 5 a.m. here and 8 a.m. back home. With that, thank you to our family and friends for listening to us complain for the last few years. Thank you to everyone here for always believing in us before we even did. So now it's time to step into the next iteration of ourselves. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for each of us. Thank you, and congrats, chat.
Thank you, Noelle. Everybody give Noelle a hand. This year, Morgan Lewis was selected on behalf of the graduate students to be their speaker. Morgan.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Morgan Lewis. I'm a student in the Masters of Architecture program, and I'm very excited and honored to be speaking on behalf of the graduate class today. First, I have a list of thank yous. Thank you to all of our loved ones who are here supporting us in person or supporting us from elsewhere. As Noelle said, today is a celebration for y'all too, as you will never have to hear us complain about studio ever again. Congratulations. Thank you to the faculty and the staff for your support and for cultivating this incubator of ideas. Your diverse expertise and perspectives have given us a chance to explore so many different disciplines and shape our degrees to be uniquely our own. Thank you to Bolt and Bacon, who basically served as our studio's emotional support puppies and who probably had a better attendance record than most of us. And my last thank you is to the class of 2026 for your support as both peers and friends throughout this program. Congratulations to us for persevering through to the end. I had absolutely no doubt that we would make it here, except for the entire duration of the 605B studio for Karita Kent. I wasn't sure we were going to make it through that one, but as I reflected on our time here, I keep coming back to how lucky we are to be able to learn in a space of constant creation. And because we all came in with different experiences and ways of thinking, we were able to learn from each other in ways that a classroom alone couldn't offer. I think I'll miss the chaos the most. There was a point this semester where someone had a lamp due in the morning, someone was building a chair over here, another person coding a video game over here, and then there's someone crashing out because their 3D print failed again. And that's all happening at the same time, all the time, and that was the best part. Well, not the 3D print failing, but you know what I mean. During this program, one of the biggest things I struggled with was design anxiety. The feeling of starting from nothing and having no idea on how it was going to materialize or even what it was. And the anxiety is paralyzing. And I think that same feeling shows up now as we face what life will be like after graduation. The uncertainty and the unknown of what comes next with no fall semester to cushion your 3-month trial of a 9-to-5. But if there's anything this experience has shown, it's that we're prepared for it. And though it can still be hard to trust ourselves, we have developed proven processes to follow. As creatives, we tend to overthink and get stuck in our own heads. However, the way in which we have and will continue to show up for each other can serve as the clarity we often can't find in ourselves. We're often experts on other people's problems and amateurs at our own, and I can see someone else's path with total clarity, only to hit a wall the second I get back to my own work. But the beautiful thing is that we've become mirrors for each other. The talent, the creativity, the skill that we see in our peers, it's there in us too. We just forget to look at ourselves in the same way. It's this dynamic of our relationships that have gotten me through this program, and I think it's a key part of how we'll be able to get through things in the future. It's easy to downplay something once it's over, but what we've accomplished is huge, and we've grown in an immeasurable amount of ways. We survived the Creative Studio. We built skills, explored interests, and created paths that won't look the same for any of us. And we survived the Creative Studio, seriously. So I hope we can take a moment to really acknowledge that and to celebrate it. And as we move forward into whatever comes next, I hope we can carry this with us. The ability to trust the process, the memory of our support for one another, and the idea that if we can believe in each other with no hesitation, then we can intentionally believe in ourselves too. Congratulations to all of us. I'm so excited to see what we create next in whatever form that takes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Morgan. Now our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, Trudy Sandmeyer, will announce the recipients of this year's academic honors and awards.
Hi, everybody. Graduating with honors from the School of Architecture is truly an accomplishment. When engaged in creative design endeavor, there's no single correct answer. Design is an iterative process and involves learning through making mistakes along the way. All of our students travel a challenging path, requiring perseverance and discipline. Today's award winners exemplify excellence in their chosen field. I would like to recognize the exceptional undergraduate students who are graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, many of whom are recent inductees into the National Architecture, Landscape Architecture, and Allied Honors Society Tau Sigma Delta. Will our undergraduate students graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude please stand and be recognized? I think that's a delightfully large group of humans. Thank you. Please be seated. I would also like to recognize our exceptional master's students whose hard work has resulted in their placement as inductees into the National Architecture, Landscape Architecture, and the Allied Arts Honor Society Tau Sigma Delta. Will our master's students graduating with Tau Sigma Delta honors please stand and be recognized? All right, congratulations, everyone. Please be seated. Several students have been selected as Special Architectural Medal recipients. As we acknowledge your honor, please stand to be recognized. The American Institute of Architects, through its foundation, presents awards to the top graduating students in the professional Bachelor of Architecture and Master of Architecture degrees. The undergraduate and graduate students with general excellence throughout their academic career are recipients of the AIA Medal. Receiving the AIA Medal are Joseph Monticlo and Anjing Tang. Please stand. The Alpha Rho Chi School Medal is awarded to the student who has shown the ability for leadership, performed willing service for his or her school, and gave promise of real professional merit through his or her attitude and personality. Receiving the Alpha Rho Chi Medal is Faith Fullerton. The Tau Sigma Delta Medal is given in recognition of outstanding architecture design as selected by the student members of Tau Sigma Delta. This award is given to Tim Sung Bin Song. And Alexa Dickinson. The school recognizes the following students who have been selected by the undergraduate faculty for awards of excellence. As your name is called, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until everyone's been recognized. We'll see if that works. Best Bachelor of Architecture research paper is for Emma Dexter. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Okay. The Faculty Award for Best Final Degree Project, Tim Sung Bin Son. Robert Allen Rogoff Award for Architectural Delineation is for Aaliyah Formaloza. The Matt Fab Award for Material and Fabrication Excellence is for Jordan Parks. That would be the undergraduate cheerleader. Okay. John H. Hollingsworth Award for Hand Drawing, Tian Kwok. The Raymond S. Kennedy Award for Creative Innovation is Gabby Batista. Thomas Byertz Award for Social and Community Engagement, Kiana Armstrong. Edward Allen Student Award is for Reed Wilson. The Faculty Award for Contributions to Positive Studio Culture, Katie Fail. The award for Highest Performance in Design Studios is for Natalie Durakian. And lastly, the Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies Best Research Project goes to Nicholas Giancona. Great. Congratulations to everyone. All right, please be seated. The following students have been selected by the graduate faculty to receive awards. As your name is called, please stand and remain standing. We're going to try this again. Please hold your applause until everyone's name has been recognized. For the Master of Architecture, thank you. That's good direction following. For the Master of Architecture and Master of Advanced Architectural Research Studies programs, the Master of Advanced Architectural Research Studies Director's Award is for Victor Macias. The Excellence in Directed Design Research, Anjing Tang. Innovation in Directed Design Research, Kenji Mas. Disciplinary Advancement in Directed Design Research, Jill Jenkins. Social and Environmental Dimensions in Directed Design Research, Jasmine Kabuko. And Direct Design Communication in Directed Design Research is Jennifer Burke. All right, then we have a couple people here. So, Distinction in Directed Design Research, Mildred Dimas, Chance Hurd, Melissa Lexa, Min An Win, Yibo Peng, Ray Chi, and Daniel Ungar. The Edward Allen Student Award, Faith Fullerton. For the Master of Building Science program, the ARCC King Medal, Shuiwen Khan. Yeah. Okay. The Outstanding Thesis Award, Eniko Chesnacki. There we go. Good. Okay. Outstanding Research Award, Aziz Al-Guranar. For the Master of Heritage Conservation Program, Outstanding Thesis Award, Alexander Clark. For the Master of Landscape Architecture and Urbanism Program, the Southern California chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects Merit Award goes to Alejandra Mateus. The Southern California chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects Honor Award goes to Karen Hunt. And lastly, the Landscape Architecture Foundation Olmsted Scholar nominee is Ashley Stevens. Congratulations to everyone. Please go ahead and be seated. And please welcome Dean Steele back today to introduce today's keynote speaker.
Thank you, Trudy. Thank you so much. And awardees, thank you all. Congratulations. It's a great honor and pleasure to welcome this year's commencement speaker, someone I met many years ago in the first days of his studies as a graduate student. And that experience, amongst many others over the years, has instilled in me a belief that faculty at times, indeed schools, have more to learn from their students than they have learning from us. I say that in part because it also happened to be the year in which it was my first year of teaching architecture, and I assure you, Mark knew much more about what he was doing as a student than I did as a teacher. Mark is a graduate of USC School of Architecture, and we are so proud to welcome him back to his alma mater here to address you all, the class of 2026. He is one of the school's most distinguished USC alumni. He is an architect, an educator, an academic, an author, and an absolute visionary who has built an extraordinary career at the forefront of global architectural practice and education. He is a principal and founding partner of Johnston Markley, a globally acclaimed architectural office here in Los Angeles, which he co-founded with Sharon Johnston in 1998. His and Sharon's interdisciplinary practice stands at the very highest intersection of art, culture, and community. Johnston Markley is a recognized international leader in engaging especially the arts and culture within the contemporary city and the forms of practice rooted in the history of our discipline. The firm's work spans 14 countries and received more than 50 major awards, including the American Academy of Arts and Letters. The firm's work is in permanent collections in the Museum of Modern Art in New York, the Art Institute in Chicago, the Menil Collection, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, the Carnegie Museum of Art, and the Architecture Museum of the TU in Munich. Mark is also a dedicated educator. He was the chair of the Department of Architecture at Harvard Graduate School of Design and has taught at leading schools throughout the world, including the University of California, Los Angeles, whose initials I won't mention here, the Technical University in Berlin, Princeton University, the ETH in Zurich, and many others. He has held the Cullinan Chair at Rice University and the Frank Gehry International Chair at the University of Toronto. Mark also serves on the Board of Trustees at the Canadian Centre for Architecture in Montreal and the Advisory Board for the Experimental Foundation in Berlin. Everybody, please join me in welcoming Mark Lee.
Dean Steele, faculty, parents, family, friends, and USC Architecture's graduating class of 2026. It's an honor and privilege to address you as you stand on the threshold of an exciting future. Today, you're all joining a very distinguished club of USC architectural alumni. It's a club that includes trailblazers like Paul Williams, Edith Northman, pioneers of California modernists like Rafael Soriano, Gregory Ain. It includes those who actively shape our environments, like John Jurdy, Mark Rios, global practitioners who have received the highest recognitions in the field in the likes of Frank Gehry and Tom Main, and those who came back to teach and nurture the next generation of architects, like Victor Renier, Pierre Koenig, who was my teacher, or Alvin Huang. Most importantly, it is a club that now includes you. And I do hope the illustrious history of the school would serve as a compass for each of you to carry on this tradition of excellence in your future endeavors. It's particularly meaningful for me to speak to you today because it's certainly a club that includes myself. I remember vividly when I was sitting where you are now exactly 35 years ago. It was a milestone in my life. After 5 long, painstaking years filled with sweat, tears, and literally blood. But it was also, without a doubt, 5 of my most rewarding and unforgettable years that introduced me to the world of architecture. So today I would like to share with you 3 reflections I have on the years I spent here at USC, as well as the impact they had after I graduated. First reflection, set your own pace. I was a fairly good student when the time I graduated, but it did not happen at the outset. As a matter of fact, I received a C+ in my first semester studio. I don't know how it is now, but back then, C+ meant that I was on the cusp of not being able to advance to my second year of studies. By the skin of my teeth, I made it to my second year and eventually found my way, thanks to many of my professors here. But being able to take my time and find my way was incredibly valuable. Because not only was I in my formative years as an architect, I was also in my formative years as an adult. I was still coming to grasp many of the requisites like rigor, diligence, accountability that's demanded by the field. If I were not given the opportunity to find my own pace, I would not have found my métier. And this lesson stayed with me when I became a teacher, to give students their time to find their own pace in learning. It also is something that extends to my own professional practice. Coming of age along a generation obsessed with speed and the effects of market globalism, I find myself drawn to a community of perennial outsiders who are on the slow burn and producing quietly subversive work. It was a pace and temperament that allowed me to grow in my early years without being in the spotlight or distracted to keep up with micro-trends. So please remember that they're early bloomers and then late bloomers. How you did at school does not necessarily dictate how you would do in the field. Know the pace which is best for you and then create that environment to cultivate that pace. Also know that your pace would change over time and that you would need to anticipate that and make adjustments. For myself, if I consider the old adage that the A students end up teaching and the B students end up working for the C students, I realized I was a C student who became an A student who is now trying to be a C student again. Reflection number 2, tell your own story. Experimental music composer John Cage once talked about his reluctance to learn classical music when he was young, which he eventually acquiesced, thinking that once he learned classical music, he could then forget about it and move on to what he wanted to pursue. But what he came to realize later was that learning classical music taught him how to forget about himself. So for all of you graduates who have indulged deeply into the discipline of architecture over the past years and have, like John Cage, succumbed to the discipline, do take this occasion of your graduation to re-engage yourself. Find out again who you are. Find your voice. Also, allow your voice and your story to change and evolve. The aforementioned John Cage, besides being a renowned composer, was also an accomplished mycologist, someone who studies mushroom and fungi. Not much has been made about this relationship between music and mushrooms until late in his life. During an interview, John Cage was asked, how did he first become interested in mushrooms? In which he responded, when I was young, I wanted to find out what came before music. So I looked up the dictionary, and the word that came before music was mushrooms. When I read that, I opened my dictionary, and indeed it was mushroom and was blown away. So in the same sense, I pondered the question, why I first decided to become an architect. I realized it was because I like buildings more than I like people. I know I sound like a C student who was also a sociopath. But over time, I learned about the importance of people. Most evident in my academic side of my career, I learned that there's always an individual story behind every single admission, behind every single degree, and that no matter how much one could be jaded over time, it's important not to forget that there's always something that is deeply personal to someone. So tell your own story while not turning it into a soliloquy. Allow others to be in your story and connect to the world. The last reflection is be resilient and resourceful. By that, I mean defining yourself not just by your successes, but by how you survive your most difficult times. Many of you in this graduating class began your study coming out of the coronavirus pandemic, which had a profound impact on the world. In reflecting on the aftermath of the pandemic and trying to make some sense out of it, I look back into history on the pandemic and trying to, like I always do, benefit from having a different perspective. So I looked into the last 3 worldwide pandemics, namely the Spanish flu, the Asian flu, the Hong Kong flu, that affected millions of lives around the globe. As I was looking into the histories of these pandemics, I surveyed at the same time the achievements in architecture and design in these respective years that left me both astonished and hopeful. For example, during the 1918 Spanish flu, we see the completion of Gunnar Asplund's Woodland Cemetery Chapel, and as well as Sibylla Snellman. Walter Gropius founded the Bauhaus in the following year. Or the Asian flu in 1957, we see the completion of Louis Kahn's Richards Medical Center and Errol Saarinen Miller House. Paul Revere Williams, our distinguished alumnus, became the first African-American architect elected to the Fellow of the AIA. Or during the Hong Kong flu in 1968, we see the completion of Lina Bobardi's Sao Paulo Museum of Art. We saw Mies van der Rohe capping his career with a new National Gallery, or the arrival of James Sterling in his history faculty at Cambridge. All these histories make me optimistic and believe that some of the greatest accomplishments in our field could emerge from the darkest of times. In the same way, I'm confident that many positive things will emerge from this period and from the class of 2026, as you're all equipped with more awareness and sensitivity and ready to face and remake a more complex world than we had known. So I do hope that some of you will resonate with these reflections, setting your own pace while being aware of the tempos around us, telling your own story while connecting to the world, and being resilient and resourceful while remaining generous and optimistic. To USC Architecture's class of 2026, I offer you my utmost congratulations on a tremendous achievement, and I wish you the very, very best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. It is now time to present the graduating students of USC School of Architecture. We will begin with our undergraduates. Undergraduate Program Director Lauren Matchison will present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees. Will Professors Murphy, Sherrod, and Dells please assist us? We're going to be on this side.
Good morning. A quick reminder before we begin. Family and friends, you are welcome to take photos from your seat, or you can also move to the designated photo area, which is over here. We ask that you kindly keep the aisles clear and try not to block anyone else's views. It is with great pleasure that I present the candidates for the Bachelor of Architecture degree, Catherine Acosta, David Alberto, Valeria Carrell Alegre, Meredith Ellen Amick. Island Aaron. Kiana LaRae Armstrong. Ali Banitaba. Juliana Marie Barrenos. Gabriela Lucia Batista. Allison Brown. Fernando Javier Campos Marroquin. Michael Castellanos. Paulina Castro. Aaron Yunha Choi. Natalie Paulette Darakshian. Melanie DeSensi. Emma Dexter. Hanam Kar Dote. Aliyah Formalotza. Andrew Gasson. TNU Quo. Kaya Haddad. Jasmine Ho. Aaron Keith Kofi Johnson. Matthew Charles Justice. Isha Prashant Kacharia. Josung Kim. Michelle Kim. Sabrina Whoa. Michael Andres Lagos. Ming Lang. Danielle Amina Lewis. Dongzi Lee. Bangyu Lin. David Lozano. Jazi Ma. Berlin McKegg. Livia Cole Mitchell. Joseph Samuel Monticholo. Austin Wynn. Noelle Rose Osborne. Tawfiq Othman. Cassius Palacio. Jordan Parks. Catherine Elise Bale. Laura Julieta Pichote Garzon. Lucia Chien. Huna Rowe. Daishalyn Hallie Satcher. Tamara Sefcovic. Mira Singh. Tim Sungbin Son. Samuel Tang. David Aribe. Alexandra Vasquez. Mary Wang. Tinhua Wang. Rachel Wiggins. Thank you. Reed, I'm so sorry. 1 minute. I'll be right with you. I don't want to mess it up. Reed Wilson. Adrian Isaiah Zamudio. Alicia Jalene Zhang. Jifan Zhang. Jashi Zhu. It is also a great pleasure to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies degree. An Vu Bui. Grace Calderon. Estefany Castellanos. Nicholas Joseph Jaconia. Ava Kim. Andy Jeffrey Owusu Setre Jr. Dylan James Page. Xinghan Zhuan. Congratulations to everyone. Please welcome the Director of the Graduate and Post-Professional Architectural Programs, Alvin Huang.
It is with great pleasure that I present the candidates for the Post-Professional Master of Advanced Architectural Research Studies degree. Yinren Chen. Wamulin Lee. Victor Daniel Macias. Quang Vu Nguyen. Donray Xiang. Yibo Xu. Jack Xinyuan Zhao. I now present the candidates for the Masters of Architecture. Henry Minute Bell. Isabel Balatin. Antonio de Jesus Braz Camargo. Jennifer Burke. Jasmine Alexis Kabuko and Bolt. Jason Choi. Danaya Darlene Cortez. Suilin De La Rosa. Alexa Paula Dickinson. Mildred Demas. Kelly Din. Laura Eck and Bacon. Mustafa El Mahdi. Lily Sarah Finkelstein. Maya Fisher. Joyce Fu. Faith Ariana Fullerton. Alicia Lam He. Matthew Match Hack. Chance Michael Hurd. Sulim Gabriela Hernandez. Jill Jenkins. Chloe Marguerite Kaplan Christensen. Achal Venkatesh Katwa. Preet Kumar. Tri Duke Lay. Garrett Michael Lee. Indyuk Lee. Morgan Elise Lewis. Melissa Lexa. Ryan Lee. Angelina Ludenya. Kaiji Luo. Matthew Brandon Mejia. Kenji Moss. Gautier Wakulu Mutube. Min An Tu Nguyen. Samantha Okabe. Janish Jigalban Sundeep Kumar Patel. Yibo Peng. Emily Elizabeth Perez Kowalski. Yiha Ray Chi. Naveed Rod. Ziyi Shao. Anjing Tang. Dongdong Tao. Emily L. Tu. Daniel Ungar. Tet U Wei Yan. Joseph Wan. Xingyu Wang. Nicole Waxman. Jintian Su. Zihao Shu. Weitan Sui. Romelia Zarate. Congratulations to everyone. Please welcome the director of the Masters of Building Science program, Bhavna Sharma, who will announce the candidates for that degree.
Right back at ya. I love you too. It is with great pleasure to present the candidates of the Master of Building Science degree. Abdulaziz Algarer. Fabiano Nicholas Andrade. Eniko Shinaki. Shindon Kong. Shuiwen Kwan. Morgan Richmeyer. Yifan Zhang. Congratulations to everyone. Please welcome Trudy Sandmeyer, the director of the Heritage Conservation Program, who will announce the candidates for that degree.
It is with delight, unmitigated delight, that I present the candidates for the Master of Heritage Conservation degree. Alexandra Bridget Clark. Mel James. Leslie Giselle Madrigal. Evan McAvania. This is Evan's second degree today.
Thank you.
He's also earning a Master of Urban Planning today. Melissa Lynn Miller. Jade Ireland Mothe. Oh. Unscripted, my friends. Sorry. And also earning her second degree today, Morgan Richmeyer. Congratulations to each of you. Please welcome Esther Margulies, Director of the Landscape Architecture and Urbanism Program, who will announce the candidates for that degree.
Thank you, Professor Sandmeyer. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture. Karen Maria Hunt. Jintong Lee. Maria Alejandra Mateus. And earning a Master of Landscape Architecture and Master of Urban Planning degree, Ashley Stevens. Congratulations to all of you. It is now my pleasure to welcome back to the podium Dean Brett Steele.
Thank you, Professors Matchison, Huang, Sharma, Sandmeyer, and Margulies. On behalf of the school, we invite you to join us for a reception at the Watt Hall and Harris Hall courtyards back over in the School of Architecture. Please be sure to take part in Expo 2026, an exhibition of these amazing graduates and our students at the school. And now, graduates, will you please rise? Family and friends, I present to you the graduates of the School of Architecture of the University of California, class of 2026. We're going to ask that all guests please stay in your seats until the platform party, faculty, and graduates have left Founders Park. Thank you again, everybody, for coming in here this morning. We will see you across the way back at the school. Thank you, and fight on. you.